In the realm of business, the journey to the highly desired corner office is often portrayed as a tale of relentless triumph, a narrative where each step forward is met with resounding success. Yet, if we peer beyond the glossy covers of annual reports and delve into the depths of corporate history, a different story begins to emerge, a story marked by missteps, blunders, and outright failures. This begs the question: why do CEOs often land softly when they face dismissal? Join us on this business adventure as we unravel the reasons why CEOs always fail upward. Corporate failures and executive rewards. Adam Neumann, the quirky CEO of WeWork, oversaw the collapse of a company valued at nearly $47 billion. Despite being ousted from the sinking ship he founded, he pocketed $1.7 billion. Remarkably, WeWork never turned a profit. Dennis Muilenburg, the disgraced former CEO of Boeing, faced termination following his mishandling of the 737 MAX disasters, which tragically claimed 346 lives. Yet, he departed with a hefty $62 million exit package. Astonishingly, he now leads a new aerospace investment company. This has become a trend: executives failing upwards. Once they ascend to the upper ranks of the corporate ladder, it appears nearly impossible to plummet back down. Despite bankrupting companies, CEOs are often rewarded with lavish exit packages, leaving investors and workers empty-handed. This phenomenon isn't accidental, it's ingrained in the system. There are several key reasons why senior executives, even after colossal failures, continue to thrive upwards. One key factor is corporate America's relentless emphasis on experience. You've likely heard of companies demanding 3 years of experience for an entry-level position, or 10 years of coding experience in a language that's only been around for 5 years. Experience is often seen as a crucial measure of someone's ability to do their job well. For instance, if you've been welding for 30 years, chances are you'll do it faster and neater than someone who's only been an apprentice for a few months. This principle applies across the board, though to a lesser extent as you climb higher up the corporate ladder. The thing is, to gain experience as a welder, you have to actually weld. And to gain experience as a CEO, you have to be a CEO. But landing those top-tier CEO jobs isn't easy. A report by the Harvard Business Review looked into this and discovered that the individual technical skills of CEOs and hiring boards aren't as crucial as they once were. Instead, what's valued more are business acumen and soft leadership skills. These are qualities that aren't easily gained through traditional corporate climbing. That's why we're seeing more CEOs in big companies coming from backgrounds like private equity, investment banking, or corporate consulting than ever before. A study conducted by the workplace intelligence company OnDeck delved into the backgrounds of CEOs from America's largest companies. Surprisingly, it was discovered that most of these CEOs previously worked for management consulting firms rather than climbing the ladder within a single company. A significant 7.1% of the CEOs had previously been employed at McKinsey & Company before attaining their CEO positions elsewhere. Other management consulting firms like Bain, BCG, Kearney, and Oliver Wyman also had their fair share of CEOs among the top ranks. This finding raises some eyebrows. When CEOs are predominantly chosen from a tight-knit circle of individuals who all know each other, even if they make significant mistakes, they still tend to maintain their positions over other candidates. It becomes particularly concerning when one of the common tasks management consulting firms are hired for is advising on CEO selection. It's not uncommon for a team of consultants from McKinsey to recommend a former McKinsey consultant as the CEO for a company that hires McKinsey consultants. This creates a cycle that could potentially lead to bias in CEO selection. Pressure, strategy, and negotiation. In a good workplace, making an honest mistake shouldn't result in immediate dismissal, especially for employees with a proven track record of performance. Sometimes, even regular folks get fired for silly reasons, but at the highest levels of the corporate ladder, it happens even more often. According to Fortune magazine, the turnover rate for CEOs of Fortune 500 companies is around 10% every year. But that number is climbing, reaching 12.2% in 2023, as reported by the Harvard Business Review. The main reason CEOs leave their positions is because they're fired. Over 70% of surveyed CEOs stepped down from their top roles because their board of directors told them to. Additionally, the average tenure of a Fortune 500 CEO is less than 5 years, showing that there's little room for error at the top. Despite being paid a hefty sum, these CEOs are under immense pressure to perform. Their expectations are much higher compared to regular employees, considering the significant responsibility they hold. Yet another reason why CEO turnovers occur frequently is by design. Senior managers in a company are tasked with setting the overall direction and priorities. For instance, Adam Neumann of WeWork aimed to prioritize attracting young, innovative businesses that focused less on profitability. Similarly, Dennis Muilenburg of Boeing was renowned for his ability to bring projects from concept to reality. When these CEO strategies fail to yield desired outcomes, one of the most straightforward ways to signal to investors a shift in direction is by removing the CEO responsible for overseeing operations. While the CEO may not be directly involved in every aspect, their position as a figurehead allows the board to signal a change in direction to the market. CEOs at this level understand that they may be held accountable for scandals beyond their control. However, they also recognize the value of their reputation to investors. Therefore, they can negotiate fiercely. Consider this scenario. A senior executive offered CEO positions at 2 different companies, each offering a base salary of $1 million and an options package of up to $5 million. One company is a stable, established entity, while the other is a risky venture with a less solid financial footing. Which would you choose? The power of the golden parachute. A golden parachute provides CEOs with protection in case their company is acquired. In such a scenario, the acquiring company may not require 2 CEOs. Therefore, if a CEO faces the prospect of losing their job due to an acquisition, they may resist the deal, potentially causing investors to miss out on valuable opportunities. Imagine if the CEO of Twitter, now X, didn't have a golden parachute. He could have made it difficult for Elon Musk to buy the company just to protect his own job. However, instead of making it hard for Musk not to buy Twitter, the CEO made it difficult for Musk not to purchase it because he stood to gain a $42 million payday. Musk reportedly paid way more than necessary for Twitter, overspending by about $19 billion. Despite the CEO not doing a great job, his exit package was still seen as a good investment by shareholders. With such financial security, former CEOs often become very selective about their next job. Aside from those who face legal consequences for wrongdoing, most have enough money to never work again. This financial independence allows them to be choosy about their next opportunity. If they don't find a fantastic opportunity that seems like an upward move, it's no big deal because they have enough money to live comfortably without working. Furthermore, the power dynamic of CEOs and other top executives isn't just strong during hiring and firing. They can also wield significant influence while in office. For example, Elon Musk recently surprised investors by demanding shares worth over $80 billion from Tesla's board in exchange for his involvement in developing artificial intelligence within the company. Elon Musk made a bold move by demanding additional shares in Tesla, which would increase his ownership in the company to 25%. He explained his request in a post on X, expressing his discomfort with leading Tesla's advancements in AI and robotics without having significant control. Musk clarified that having around 25% ownership would give him enough influence without making him untouchable. Moreover, Musk stated that if his demands weren't met, he would prefer to develop AI programs outside of Tesla. This is something he already does with xAI, one of the 6 companies he heads. Musk's ultimatum put Tesla's board and shareholders in a tight spot. What are your thoughts on CEOs continuing upward on the corporate ladder despite failures? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.